Good day, my name is Adrian, and today I will be showing you the basic understanding on how to use Tkinter. Tkinter can implement custom commands and create GUI widgets that is user interactable. I'll be going over the basic functions that you can use when starting with Tkinter. Now let's start. First, just like every other package, you start by importing it. It's good practice to use tk as your alias. Next, we create a variable that will act as our window. To keep things simple, I'll be using window, and then we use this to activate the function. Next, to call that window, we use the variable that we used, yeah, main loop parentheses. Next, and by the way, this is our GUI. There's nothing much yet, but we can change its properties just like its geometry. And for for parameters, you always have to use string. So with this, we can just change it to a 500 by 500 window. And for its title, we can use just first GUI. There. Here is our newly updated GUI. There's nothing much yet, but it'll be better soon. Moving on, let me show you another function, label. Label is basically just text that will appear onto the on the screen, the interface. And to do that, of course, you have to make another variable and place that function inside it. Its main parameter will be the variable that will act as our window, the text that will show up onto the interface, and the font. You can use any top font you want. It could be Comic Sans or Arial. And the size. And now, let's talk about the package, or .pack. To put it simply, this is just a way to place your label or any other function onto the UI. Pad X and pad Y refers to the X and Y coordinate, and you can play around with it to learn which is where. And this is what it looks like. This is our label. Now, if you want to place some text onto the UI without having to hard code it, you can use text box. To create a text box, it is similar to how you create a label with the difference. Height. Height is basically the size of the text box. For example, you can see the value is 3, but if I want the text box to be bigger, I can just change it. But first, let's see our text box. This is a text box with a height of 3, but if I want it to be bigger, use 10. This is our text box. You can write anything you want. Hello, hello, anything you want. Now, what if you want more interaction with the UI? Functions that will directly affect it. Let me introduce you to buttons. To create one is simple and similar to other functions. However, the command is what makes it special. This command is basically the purpose behind the button. Clicking the button will activate the command and it will do whatever the command is coded with. For example, this. The command that I gave it is window.destroy, and I'm sure you can understand it from the name. It basically closes the window once I press this button. So let's say I write something like hello world. And if I want to close it without pressing this, without exiting it, I can just press this button and I'll close it. That will be all. I'm sure there are a lot more interesting functions inside the package, and I'll leave it up to you to explore it. That will be all. Thank you.